Hi, I'm Cathe Dykstra with Family Scholar House here in Louisville, Kentucky, and I want to welcome you to our campus. This is our Louisville Scholar House campus. It is a 2-acre site providing housing for single-parent college students for 56 single-parent families, 42 bedroom apartments, and 16 3-bedroom apartments. On this campus, we have 92 children living with those single parents, and we're focused on the education of all of them. As you'll notice, we did a couple of things on our campus to make it special and to meet the needs of our families. 90% of our families are victims of domestic violence, so we created a secure environment, a gate that closes at night, 2 emergency call stations in the parking lot, as well as everything being oriented towards the interior of the building, of the campus, so that everyone keeps an eye on each other. There's no balconies off the backside, and we're very safe. We also have video surveillance at both ends, covering all of the apartment units. There's one of the cameras right there. To make it fun for our families, we did 2 other things that we thought were particularly special. One is if we'd had straight decks, we would not have been able to have any deck furniture because they would have been in the means of egress for a fire. So we created small little triangular sections, personalized decks for each apartment so that they have a place to be outside and enjoy beautiful evenings and with their friends. We also painted the doors different colors. Most low-income housing or hotel complexes look all the same. For children who've been homeless, this is particularly difficult. It can create a real barrier to figuring out where home is and knowing where orienting yourself towards home. So we have different colored doors, either Christmas with purple or Mardi Gras with red, depending on how you look at it. But our children know I'm the red door on the first floor, I'm the purple door on the second floor, and it gives them a way to feel connected to where they live. At the end of the campus, you'll notice we have an early learning campus. It is our child development center to serve all of our children. The mission of Family Scholar House is to end the cycle of poverty by giving single-parent students the support they need to earn a 4-year college degree. We believe that this is the best way to move families from poverty and homelessness and domestic violence to self-sufficiency, not just for the first generation, but for the second and the third and the fourth generation to come.
My name is Rhonda Bynum, and I'm here in Louisville, Kentucky, and I am a participant of the Scholar House. I came to the Scholar House probably about 6 months ago. I was on the waiting list for about a year. I had recently divorced and became a single mother, and I wanted to go back to college. Since I've been here, I can only describe it as being an angel. It has given me the support and everything I needed to provide a good living for my kids, as well as finish my education, and that's something that I'm just so grateful for. I was a stay-at-home mom, so between children, I would take a class here and a class there, and I obtained my associate's degree after 5 years, just taking a class here and there. So to be able to go back to school and not worry about bills and providing, that was the big thing for me, because one thing has to suffer. If I didn't have the Scholar House, definitely school would just have to be on hold, and I would have to hit the pavement and just really try to provide a good living. So coming back to school and coming here is just such just a burden lifted.
It felt good because they gave us Christmas, and now we, like where I used to live, we weren't a whole bunch of kids, and now I can just go down to anybody's house and just play with them because we have a whole bunch of kids, and no more just being the only kid. And I'm happy about Scholar House because they helped us whenever we needed help.
Often our single parents have started college, done a little bit of it, but not been able to focus on it. We're so much more than housing, but having stable housing then allows us to bring in academic advising and case management, peer support, mentoring, tutoring, and really support our single parent as she pursues her goals, and support her in supporting her children as they pursue their educational goals as well. This isn't housing with an educational component. This is an educational program with a housing component. So they've all been part of the program. Rhonda was part of the program while she was waiting for a year. Gave her a chance to come to meetings, get to know people. And then when they move in, they have a lot of neighbors who share a common goal of education, whose kids are also in a similar situation. And we do things like once a month we have an empowerment for family success meeting, so they're learning a topic age appropriately across the generations. We have parties and gatherings and a holiday party and Easter egg hunts and activities that build community. They also are responsible to volunteer in the community 4 hours a month. That's how they say thank you and pay it forward. And some of those hours can be done with their neighbors. So driving each other to the grocery store or keeping kids while someone else studies for a test or finishes a paper. And in that sense, they really become a safety net for each other, something that many of our parents have not had, or they would not have faced the difficulties that they've experienced. I was working with another organization that worked with the program, and I saw the opportunity to help so many single parents. The program I was in was helping people buy a house, and what I'd found is the ones that were most successful in home ownership had a college degree. They had the kind of education that led to career track employment. So we put the cart back behind the horse where it belongs and focused on education, and have given so many parents a chance to excel. Our participants have earned 30 college degrees. 53% have exited the program, the housing program, and continued their education, often in graduate studies. 75% have exited to stable employment. And most importantly, 100% have exited to stable housing. Some have bought homes, many have sent children on to college. These are successes, not just for the individual, not just for the family, but for our entire community as we lift people up out of poverty. We just finished this is our newest campus. We just finished this campus last October. We have one building left to complete that's not housing or childcare. It's our academic services center, and it'll be done by the end of the year. We have a new campus that will break ground this year, another 54 units, and then we have outreach projects in other part of the state and in other states, and one in another country, in Monrovia, Liberia, that are doing the same work, really trying to lift single parents up out of poverty. We began in 1995. We were incorporated in 95. We were founded by representatives from 6 orders of nuns. They recognized the power of education to change lives, and they were determined to do that together, collaboratively, in their own community. We have a waiting list, a pre-residential program that receives services while they're waiting for housing, of 417 families. Of those 417 families, 8 are single fathers. All the rest are single mothers. And that represents 638 children and 42 babies on the way. Those are the families that I worry about. These families I know are stable. I know they're safe. I know they're working towards their goal. But the ones that are waiting are the ones that I worry about.
That's what I want to do. That's my life dream. Once my kids are probably grown, maybe to evangelize, do missionary work. That's what I ultimately want to do. It's just to help. That's why I'm just so impressed with you traveling around, and just that spoke to me, because that's something that I ultimately want to do with my life, to help people.